करुणातरङ्गितां धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीं ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्तां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसद्धेम पद्मां वराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकां समन्दहसितेक्षणां ससरचापपाशाङ्कुशाम् अशेषजनमोहिनीमरुणमाल्यभूषोज्ज्वलां जपाकुसुमभासुरां जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम् ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ everybody. We are doing Lalita Sahasranamam. We finished up to 26th Laharis. Today we are entering into 27th Lahari. That is Dahara Vidya. Lahari means like a wave. Lalita Sahasranamam itself are 1,000 names. We are taking like a sections and doing it like for our sadhana, easy for us to retain and remember. That's why we are doing like sections. Now we finished up to shlokas 119 we finished. Today we are entering into 120th shloka 120. Hrudayastha raviprakhya trikonantara deepika dakshayani daityahantri daksha yajna vinashini. 120th. Then this shloka has 6 namas. 596th namam to 601 namam. We are entering into 600 namam today. So 596th namam is Hrudayastha. 97 is Ravi Prakhya. Remember, before we did Shirastita Chandranibha, Phalastha Indra Dhanu Prabha, previous shloka. Those two namas, 2 sets, and now 3rd set. Hrudayastha Ravi Prakhya. Sirastita, mother is like Chandra. Siras means Sahasrara Chakram, crown chakra at Brahmaradra Sthanam. That is where the Chandra Nibha means Amrutamayi, Amruta Kirana Swarupini, Ananda Swarupini, bliss sheath, bliss. So Nitya Trupta. Always be contented. Phalastha Indradhanu Prabha. Phalastha means the forehead, Lalatam. There Indradhanu means like a bow. Indradhanu has so many colors. That's how we need to meditate. Now, 3rd place they are giving Hrudayastha Ravi Prakhya, in the heart. That is where Anahata Chakra means 12 petals lotus. That is where mother, how Ravi Prakhya. Ravi means sun, like sun god's rays, that orange and white together, like yellowish shine. That is why mother is called Hiranya Varnam Harinim Suvarna Rajatasrajam. That Hiranya Varnam, golden color. That is what, that's how mother is. In Hrudaya Chakram, Anahata Chakram, Hrudayastha. Stha means to stay. That's why we chant Daharam Vipapam Parameshma Bhutam Yat Pundarikam Puramadhya Saggastam. Puramadhya, Puram means body, in the middle. That's where even we say Padma Kosha Pratikashagam Hrudayam Chapya Dhomukham. Before sadhana, that lotus is like a downward. After sadhana, slowly first it comes up, first step. Then that bud starts to open up like a full bloom lotus. That is what it is. This is called Antar Aditya Upasana. Aditya means sun god, he is outside. People do the worship using the Sandhya Vandanam. Here Antar Aditya, inner god, inner Aditya, that is representation of ourself, mother, consciousness. All of them means the same thing. That Hrudayam Devi is nothing but Sabrahma, Sashiva, Sahari. Sa Indra Sakshara Paramaswarat. Nothing but Brahmaji, Shiva Bhagavan, Vishnu Bhagavan, Indra, Akshara Swarupam, and nothing but Parabrahma Paramatma. So that is what Hrudayastha Ravi Prakhyam. Now, Trikona Antara Deepika. Trikona Antara Deepika. Trikona means triangle. Antara means inside. Deepika means like a light. Like that's what, like a small light. That's what it is. It is a representation for knowledge. According to Sri Chakram, from the top, this is the second one. Bindu is the first one, that is Sarvanandamaya Chakram. Second one is triangle. Usually we see it in this picture, first triangle. That is what? Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakram. So that's where Trikonantara Deepika. With this one, when we meditate, we get Anantata, means Anantam. Antam means end. Anantata means infinity. We reach infinitude, means gives us the moksham, liberation. So always feel, before we said, we feel happy, we feel contented, and then we feel sarvagyam, all knowing, and then infinity. Because Lalita Sahasranamam is infinity platter. So many names and so many methods are given for sadhana. So that's why Trikonantara Deepika. That triangle is nothing but top one Surya, Chandra, Agni. 3 dots put together is triangle. Surya means sun, Chandra means moon, Agni means fire. That is what we have seen earlier. That is why Sri Krishna Paramatma says, even Sri Bhagavad Gita, Yada Dityagatam Tejaha Jagadbhasayate Khilam Yachandramasi Yachagnau Tattejo Vidhi Mamakam. Whatever is that brilliance, tejas in fire, and then the sun, and then moon, that tejas is nothing but me. My tejas is pervaded, whole universe is pervaded by my tejas, my brilliance. Same thing here, Trikonantara Deepika. Now, who is that? Now we need to know. Dakshayani Daityahantri Daksha Yajna Vinashini. 599 Namam, still 120th Shloka. 600 Namam Daityahantri, 601 is Daksha Yajna Vinashini. 3 we'll see together. All these namas are remembering us the Daksha Yajnam, and then Shiva Parvati Kalyanam. All this is remembering. These topics come elaborately in Shiva Puranam and Bhagavatam also. Dakshayani means Daksha Prajapati's daughter. That is why her name is Dakshayani. And why she took the birth is Daityahantri, to remove the negativities all over the world and each individual also. Then what did she do? The purpose is Daksha Yajna Vinasini. Means own daughter destroyed her father's yajna, sacrifice. There is an inner meaning. That's what we need to see. See, what happened is Daksha Prajapati is married to Virini. I will tell you in short, in Kluptam, short way. And he has 50 daughters and then 5 sons. First daughter is Sati, Sati Devi. Same Sati Devi is called because of Daksha Prajapati's daughter. She's called Dakshayani. For example, Anjana Devi's son, Anjaneya. Dasharatha Maharaja's son, Dasharathi, for Ramachandra Bhagavan. Same way here also. So Dakshayani is Daksha Yajna, it's a sacrifice. She married to Sati, married to Shiva Bhagavan. Because Daksha Prajapati also worshipped Brahmaji to have her mother as her daughter. Then as soon as she had her, he forgot that she is a universal mother. She wanted to possess her. But mother mentioned to him, I want to marry Shiva Bhagavan alone, nobody else. But because of that ego, he said, no, I'm not going to let you marry Shiva Bhagavan. Then he arranged that procession, Swayamvaram. Olden days it is called Swayamvaram. The bride selects herself, holding the garland. And Shiva Bhagavan is not invited. He was not anywhere. Then what mother thought is Sati Devi held that garland and then say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and left that garland into the space. Because Shiva Bhagavan is all pervading, he is everywhere. Then Shiva Bhagavan appeared to put his head and took the garland in his neck and then left. So that's how she married to Shiva Bhagavan, Sati Devi. And then Daksha Yajna Vinashini. We'll do that and then we'll come to Daityahantri. Then you understand better why Daityahantri. Same thing, he's Daksha Yajna. Daksha, one time he performed one sacrifice. He invited everybody except Shiva Bhagavan and Sati Devi. Then what happened is everybody is going, mother is watching from Kailashapa mountain, everybody is going on their own planes and saying hello to mother. Then she was wondering what is happening. All her sisters, cousins, brother-in-laws, everybody is going. Then they told her, we are all going to our father's place. Our father is doing a sacrifice. Everybody is invited. Then they said, you are not invited? Like Agnilo Ajyam, that's what our people say. Like that, they were all asking. Then mother thought about it. Why? How come we are not invited? Then she went to, she asked Shiva Bhagavan, my father is doing a sacrifice. I want to go. And then Shiva Bhagavan said, we are not invited. But mother is, he knows I cannot stop mother. So he left. Mother said, he said, you can go. Mother left to the sacrifice, Daksha Yajna. And as soon as she went, nobody talked to her, including her sisters. Mother wanted to talk, but she's afraid of her husband, Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati did not even smile. And then not only that, she was okay with that. Not only that, he was saying Shiva Dveshi, talking ill about Bhagavan Shiva. That mother could not take it. She said, I do not want to live like a Dakshayani, like Daksha Prajapati's daughter anymore. So then she created a Yogagni, sacrificial fire. Then she offered herself into that fire willingly, because Shiva Dveshi, she could not stand. So that's why she offered herself. Then Shiva Bhagavan came to know. Then she said, he sent the Virabhadra and they destroyed Daksha Yajna. So that's what happened elaborately. Why Daityahantri, 600th Namam? Because whoever has these negative tendencies or egoistic tendencies or individuality, all those are all called Daitya. Means all the wrong thinking, wrong doing. The Daitya Hantri, to destroy that, mother took the Dakshayani Swarupam. That's what happened to Daksha Prajapati. He acquired all these, egoistic, everything, individuality. I am the greatest, I have the capacity. I don't need to depend on Shiva Bhagavan. Like that, he was feeling. So that is why mother took Dakshayani, Daityahantri, Daksha Yajna, Vinashini. That is why Asuri Bhavam it is called. Bhagavan Sri Krishna allotted one chapter for this, demonic and divine qualities, differentiation. Exceptionally good chapter. We all have to listen to this. So at least if we have divine qualities, we can pat our shoulders. Our demonic qualities, we can acquire these and change our personality. So that is why even that he says, Tasma Chastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavastitau. Take the Shastra or scriptures as your Pramanam. Refer to Shastras whenever do's and don'ts, or which way to go. When we are in that Chaurasta, that 4 sections, which way to go, we don't know. So that is why take the help of Shastras. And then if we do not follow, what happens? That question people ask. kshipam yajasram ashubhan asurishveva yonishu. Then I will put them in ashubhan lokan, means not conducive for sadhana or not for happiness. Those words I will put them. And then asuri means negative tendencies people, means all the negative vastu, vyakti, paristhiti. Do not forget that. All the objects will be non-conducive. All the people will be non-conducive. And then the situations also. That's where he will put us. Then we will refer to Shastras and then go to Guru and go to Satsang. That is what the whole essence of this, because we need to take the essence also through namas. Now we finished the 120th shloka. Hrudayastha raviprakhya trikonantara deepika dakshayani daityahantri daksha yajna vinashini. Now we are entering into 121st shloka. Darandolita dirghakshi darahaso jvalan mukhi Guru Murtir Gunanidhir Gomata Guhajanma Bhuhu. 602nd namam to 607th namam. 6 namas are here. This is our Dahara Vidya. How do we connect to ourselves, our inner source? Aditya Mandalam, that sun, that self, consciousness, our mother, our Parabrahma, Paramatmam. How do we connect to them? That's where the section now. The sadhanas are given. First, Daityahantri, remover of negative tendencies. And then how that Ravi Prakhya, she is like a sun. And then now form is given to meditate, Dhyanam, that is important too. So mind can stay focused. Now focused. So that's why 602nd Namam, Darandolita Dirghakshi. Dara means very little bit. Andolita means moving. Dirghakshi means very lengthy. Aksha means eyes. Means very long and lengthy, beautiful eyes. Lolakshi, moving little bit. Because mother is universal mother. She has to watch everybody. She has to see everybody, all directions, far away. And then depth means length, width, depth. All three depth, and up also. And down, everywhere mother has to see. That is why eyes are moving a little bit. Then even Shankaracharya says beautifully, Drushadrangi yasya daradalita nilotpalarucha daviyam samdinam snapaya krupaya mamapi shive. Oh mother, I know he's telling himself, but this we have to put ourselves. Oh mother, you have so many devotees in the line, so many yogis are in the line, so many Mahapurushas are in the line, but I am far away in that list, far away in that line. But I know you can see me because you are compassionate and you can see far away. And then if you see me, I become purified. My life will get fulfilled. If you do not lose anything, oh mother, looking at me, you don't get any hani riyata, even little bit you will not have any harm. But I will get purified. That's how we need to think about ourselves. Oh mother, I'm always far away, but I'm working in progress. I'm working on it. I'm in this path. Please bless me. Please show your grace on me. Look at me. So that way, mind gets purified. That is what Darandolita Dirghakshi. Now 603rd Namam, Daraha Sojvalan Mukhi. Dara again, a little bit, smiley, little bit. Hasa means smile. Ujvalan Mukhi, whole, with that smile, whole face is like brightened up. Even when we smile also, our face gets brightened up. That's what Daraha Sojvalan Mukhi. This is Jwala Mukhi Mantram. Mantram is inside. Only Mantra Shastra Vedas can see it and then they reveal it. That is a big, elaborate subject. But our goal is not that. Just know it is a mantram is in, because all of them are mantras. That is why they are very powerful. Chanting itself gives us power. If we know the meaning, we get the bhavam. Bhavam means mind gets connected. The thoughts will be unified with Hrudayastha. The mother will develop the connection. Bhavani Bhavana Gamyam. So little bit smiling. And then now, how do we achieve that connection? How do we develop that connection? That's our question, right? Guru Murtir Gunanidhir Gomata Guhajanma Bhuhu. Guru Murtihi 604th Namam. Gunanidhihi 605 Namam. Gomata 606th Namam. Guhajanma Bhuhu 607 Namam. 121st shloka. Now, Guru Murtihi, mother is nothing but Guru Swarupa. Murti means the form. Guru means whoever removes our ignorance. Guru. Gu means andhakaram, ignorance. Guha, we say, means the cave. It is a dark place. Rakaram, representation of fire, tejas, brilliance. Remover of that ignorance. What kind of ignorance? The inner ignorance means which we do not know who we are. That is the inner ignorance. We are Satchit Ananda Swarupam. Existence, consciousness and bliss. But we do not know. Right now we do not know. That is the ignorance of who we are. So mother will remove that. That is why Guru Murtihi. That is why mother is also Dakshina Murti Swarupam. So in the Gurus are also, they are Divyauga, means all the Devatas. Siddhauga means Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara, Sanat Sujata. And Manavauga means Vidyaranya Swami, Gaudapada Acharya, and Shankara Bhagavatpada, and Ramanujacharya, and Madhvacharya. So many Gurus are there. They are all training. And Swami Chinmayananda, Guru Murtihi. This is called Guru Parampara. All this is nothing but mother, Guru Murtihi. She will send us the right place at the right time, right person. We do not need to look for Guru, or we should not say, oh, this is good for me, this is not, this is perfect for me. Mother knows, so she will send us. That is why we say nothing but mother. That is why we chant Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Guru is nothing but Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, and Guru is nothing but Parabrahma, Paramatma. See, what happens is, if Devatas get angry, Guru can protect us. That is the compassion of Guru. But Guru gets angry, there are nobody to protect us. No one in the earth, even Devatas cannot protect. Nobody. That is the place for Guru. That is why we worship Guru, Guru Padukas, because he stands for knowledge. He's giving us that knowledge, Brahma Vidya, so that way we can cross over this samsara sagaram. That's what Guru Murtihi. And then Guru also have some qualities are given, beautiful qualities. It's good to know how compassionate they are. First one, Sundara. Sundara means not that handsome or beautiful. Sundara means Adarinche Swabhavam. Means they take everybody. They do not judge. They will take everybody, whoever come in contact with them. And then Sumukhaha means always with Shanta Swabhavam, means Prasannata Bhavam. And then Swachhaha means pure-hearted. And then Sulabha, easy to access, easy to approach. And he explains very easily any words or any shastras. And then Bahutantravit. So he knows a lot of scriptures, learned person. That is why Srotriyam means he knows Shruti, means Vedas, Puranas, all the shastras. And Asamshayaha Samshayachin. No doubts. In that knowledge also, no doubts. Samshayachin. Who has the doubts? The disciple has doubts. He will destroy all the doubts. That is why Guru do not have the samshayas, doubts, and he will destroy all the doubts in the Sishya. Sishya means disciple. And Nirapekshaha. Guru never asks or expects anything. He just showers his grace and compassion, that's all, and sharing the knowledge, that's all. But he's not expecting anything from us. Whenever we joined the course, in the first day, somebody asked the Guruji, means Swami Tejomayananda, we all entered into the course. What are you expecting from us? Guruji Tejomayananda gave beautiful answer. He said, nothing. Only thing, whenever you see us anywhere, in future or here, anywhere, just keep a smile. That's all we want. Nothing else. Nirapekshaha. So, but a disciple should not have that. Student, Nirapekshaha, because not accepting or expecting anything. So I should not give Guru Dakshina, or I should not prostrate, or I should not salutate. Sishya should not feel that. Because, Guru is always Guru, teacher. So that's why Nirapekshaha, that's the compassion of Gurus. All these characteristics for Guru. That is why we chant, Naguro Radhikam Tattvam, Naguro Radhikam Tapaha, Tattvajnanat Param Nasti, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nobody is beyond or adhikam, superior to Guru. And nobody is, no austerity is beyond Guru, serving the Guru. And Guru Sushrusha is the most highest seva we can do. So that way they will get to know us, and they will know how we are, our mind is, how we are reacting, all that they can mold us, they can train us. That is what Guru Murtihi. And now 605th Namam is Guna Nidhihi. Gunas means a lot of qualities. Nidhihi means treasure. All, whatever we saw, all these Jnana Nidhi. On top of it, all knowledge is inclusive. Guna means rope. So this is like a rope between Guru and Sishya. That is why we say Guru Parampara. We follow Guru Parampara. Everybody has, even the Vamsha Parampara, Guru Parampara, that is all called Guna, rope. And then in the whole universe also, everything is pervaded by this Guna, this rope, time, and then colors. Namam means name, and then Jnanam, because Indriyas are, all the organs of perceptions are receiving knowledge. Through eyes we are receiving knowledge, through ears we are receiving knowledge. Chitta Vyuham, and then we are storing in the mind, intellect, and then Ahankaram and Chittam, all those, egoistic tendencies also we are storing in our Chittam, Chitta Vyuham. And that's how they pop up when the appropriate situation comes. Nadam means all the sound energy. And then Bindu, all the Shat Chakras we have seen elaborately. Kala Vyuham means Aksharas, all the letters. And then ninth one is Jiva, individual self. Everything is pervaded by this Nava Vyuham, 9 types of characteristics, everything, whole universe. That is what called Guna Nidhihi. Now 660 say Go Mata. Go Mata. Mata means mother. Mata means cause. Cause for what? Go. There are so many meanings for go. We will see all these meanings. So beautiful. Go means everybody knows go, cow. That is commonly understand meaning. But go means our sense organs and organs of perceptions and organs of action, all 10. And then Earth is also called go. All the Vedas and all the knowledge. See how many meanings. Rashmi means Surya Kiranas, sun rays. Gobu we already saw. Nishi means all the directions, also called go. And then water, ice, and divine plane, Swargam, mother is also called go. That is why worshipping Gomata is equivalent to worshipping mother. And fire, Agni, Vak, speech is also called go. And then Satyam, the truth. And for all this, mother is the Gomata, is cause for everything. So that is what Gomata. Another one is Kamadhenu, Surabhi, that stays in Swargalokam. That is what Gomata. And then we saw all this, and Vachi, Bana means mantram, and Go, Vrushabham, bull is also called Go. So that is why for all this, mother is the cause. Gomata. Now 607th Namam, Guha Janma Bhuhu. Guha Janma Bhuhu. Guha means nothing but Subramanyeswara Swami, means Kartikeya. Janma means given birth to Subramanyeswara. Subramanyeswara is nothing but the knowledge personified. All these namas are ga, 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 gakara namam, and gam is the Ganapati Bijam. That is why Gomata, Go is also representation for Ganapati, Gakaram. Gam is the Ganapati. Gomata for Ganapati, Guha Janma Bhuhu is Subramanyeswara Swami. We are remembering both of them. That is why we chanted before Kumara Gananadhamba. Kumara means Subramanyeswara Swami, and Gananadha means Ganesha. Amba means mother. So that's the same concept. We are thinking both of them. Gomata, Guha Janma Bhumu. That is what Guha means. Subramanyeswara Muttu Swami Dikshitari. He worshipped Subramanyeswara Swami. He appeared in front of him and then blessed him. That is why he did the Nada Upasana. And he wrote so many kirtanas. Guru Guha, like that, he used to keep that Guru Guha. That is for the Subramanyeswara Swami. And Guha means, again, dark place. Cave, we call Guha. Means whoever is in avidya, ignorance. Means not knowing who they are. See, for example, outside darkness will go away when sun god comes, Surya Bhagavan comes. And if it is dark, we put the lights on, then the ignorance is gone. For outside, no problem. Even child will understand. What are you talking about? Put this, turn on the switch. But that is not, they are not talking about that. They are talking about inner ignorance. We do not know who we are. Who am I? Inquiry. Do that. Ramana Maharshi always says. That is what all these namams, that is why Dahara Vidya, Dahara Akasham, we will come to that. That's what it is. Dahara Akasha is also, that namam is coming there, we can see elaborately. Now we finish the 121st shloka, that is Darandolita Dirghakshi, Darahaso Jwalanmukhi, Guru Murtihi, Gunanidhihi, Gomata, Guha Janma Bhuhu. All those namas are done. Now we are entering into 122nd namam. That is 608 namam to 611 namam. That is this 4 namas only. Yes, you heard it right. 4 namas only. 608th namam is Deveshi. Deva Ishi. Deva means all devatas, we all know. Devanam, Brahma, Vishnu, Adinam, Isha, Ishi. Ishi means ruler, controller, Prabhi, for everybody, all devatas. We know some of them, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Varuna, Aditya, and Yama, Lord Yamaduta, Yama Bhagavan also. For everybody, all devatas, Isha, Prabhi. Then you might have a question. What is that? Okay, she is the leader. She is the Sri Maharagni. Then what do I get? Deepyate iti devaha. Kridate iti devaha. Means illuminating capacity in us. Because of that Deveshi, we are able to function. Eye is able to see, illuminating prakasham, and then ear is able to hear, tongue is able to taste, and is able to talk also. and then mind is able to understand because of the Deveshi. All these sense organs, mind, everything is nothing but Devatas. That is why each organ has presiding deity. For eyes, sun god. For mind, moon. For tongue, Varuna Devata. And then for ears, the Devatas. See, that's why everything is illuminated by Deveshi. And then Kridate means play. We want, she's reminding us life is for play, game of the play. That's what Shankar, our Guruji wrote a game of life. That's what he wrote. Beautiful book, very small book, very beautiful one. Like game, whole life is like a game. We need to play. It's not for suffering. This is to play. Kridate, for Leela, everything we are all doing our portion. Our dialogues we are saying, our acting, everything is an action. If so many characters are given, mother, mother-in-law, grandmother, grandfather, and mother, and then so many worker and pravachanakarta, and then disciple. So many are a singer, or poet. So many characters are given to us. This is what we need to play. Our best capacity. That's what Deveshi will bless us. Now, 609th Namam is Dandaniti Stha. Dandaniti Stha. Hrudaya Stha. Stha means to stay. As how Dandaniti. That is why Purva Janma Krutam Papam. Whatever is done by previously, that is why that sinful acts and sinful thoughts will come as a disease. Means Dandaniti, she follows one order. Rules and regulations are there. That is why we have 4 vidyas are there. Anviksha, Trayi Vidya, Varta Vidya, Dandaniti. First, Anviksha means all the knowledge, Bodhaka Vidya. Trayi Vidya means dharmam, adharmam. What is right, what is unrighteousness. That's what it talks about. All these scriptures talks about it. Varta Vidya. Varta means artham, anartham. What is beneficial to me? What is not beneficial to me? That also we need to know. Because otherwise we live in a busy life. Mix up with everything. I don't know what is beneficial to me. I don't know what is needed to me. I don't know what is righteous. We hear, but we forget at the right time. That's what Varta Vidya. Next, Dandaniti means to put us in the right path. Means Nayanaya Bodhaka Vidya. Naya Anaya Bodhaka Vidya. Which way to go, which way is not to go. Sometimes we always feel, oh, my inner instinct, who is that? Deveshi is telling, inner instinct in telling me not to take the turn or not to go there. She is cautioning us, but we do not listen because we are caught up in our own world, own thoughts. That's what Deveshi Dandaniti Stha. She is always guiding us, guiding force is mother. Where Hrudayastha, residing in our heart, guiding us. Now 610th Namam is Daharakasha Rupini. Dahara Vidya, that's what we are talking. Dahara Akasha Rupini. Akasha means space, Rupa means form. We have 3 Akashas. One is we see outside, everyone sees that. That is called Mahadakasham, Mahat Akasham. Everybody is seen by everybody. There is no explanation. Everybody can see. And then Ghatakasham. Ghatam means one part. Part has space too. That is Ghatakasham. Room has space too. Mathakasham, that is called. And then Daharakasham is nothing but our Hrudaya Akasham. Hrudayastha, mother is staying there in our heart. And that is what Anahata Chakram. Remember, we already talked about it. Before sadhana, that lotus is like this, downward. Slowly, as we do sadhana, bhakti, devotion, karma yoga, all that nama japam, slowly it starts to first turn upwards, first step. Then slowly, slowly, what happens is, even this is like a bud. Bud means slowly this one starts to open up. Means right now, bud means our vasanas are towards the world. That is why this is like a bird. Slowly we inculcate, we hear satsangas, then slowly, slowly it starts to open up that lotus. Then we experience that Daharakasha Rupini Deveshi. That's what it is, Daharakasha Rupini. And then 611th Namam, Pratipanmukhya Rakanta Tidhi Mandala Pujita. 122nd Shlokam. This second line, whole thing is one Namam. Please do not break in between. Wherever there is full Namam, you need to put underline with red ink. That way we will remember. Pratipanmukhya Rakanta Tidhi Mandala Pujita. Pratipat means the tidhis. You all know what I am talking about. Parjami, Vidya, Tadiya, all those days. Pratipat, Mukhya means etc. Means from starting with the Parjami, first day to rest of the day, up to what? Rakanta means Paurnima. So Parjami to Paurnima. Tidhi means that day. Mandala means hold that group. All that 15 days is called one group. Pujita means worshipped. Again, it comes again from Paurnami to Amavasya, like a whole month. So all these, all these devatas, tidhis are nothing but devatas. We will see all that. Those devatas are worshipping Mother. And then each seeker is also worshipping in each individual day. So that is what Pratipanmukhya Rakanta Tidhi Mandala Pujita. Now the devatas are, we saw elaborately before also, but now we will see. Kameshwari, Bhagamalini, Nityaklina, Perunda, Vahnivasini, Mahavajreswari, Sivaduti, Tvarita, Kulasundari, Nitya, Neelapataka, Vijaya, Sarvamangala, Jwala Malini, Nitya, Chitra, Mahanitya. Up to Chitra, they are 15. Mahanitya is nothing but 16. That Mother, Deveshi. Now, this is how each day is representation of one Devata. And then another Varaha Puranam talks about a different set. This is also very beautiful. See, for us, everything is divine. Day is divine. Time is divine. Nakshatra, birth star is divine. Even any defects, we do worship of Mother. See, that is the beauty in our Sanatana Dharma. Everything we worship, snake, trees, plants, sun, moon, everything, stars, everything. Because everything is divine. And Varaha Puranam says most beautiful one. You will connect very easily. Let us see, Parjami, fire god. First day, Parjami means first day. Vidya, second day, Ashwini Devatas. Tadiya, Uma Devi. Chaviti, Ganapati. See, somewhere I will explain. Chaviti, the fourth day, that is why we say Sankashtahara Chaturthi, Ganesha Chaturthi. Why? That fourth day belongs to Ganapati, Chaturthi. See how beautiful it is. That is why once we know the meaning, we appreciate our Sanatana Dharma, our culture, and then we connect to it. Bhavani Bhavana Gamya. That is why we are doing the meanings elaborately. See, that's why Chaviti Ganapati. Panchami Naga Devata. That's for snakes. That is why we say Naga Panchami, fifth day. See how beautiful it is. Shashti is for Shanmukha, Subramanyeswara Swami. That is why we say Skanda Shashti, Subramanya Shashti. We celebrate. And then Saptami, seventh day is for Surya Bhagavan. That is why we do Radha Saptami, seventh day. It comes in Magha Masam, in February. And then Ashtami, 8th day, Matru Devatas. Navami, Durga Devi. Usually 9th day they do Durga Devi pujas. That is why mother's worship is 9 days. Navami, then 9 Navaratris we celebrate. Vasanta Navaratri, that Nava is representation of 9. Ashvija Masam, again 9 days, Vijay, the Navaratris. So that's why for Durga Devi. Dashami is for Digdevatas, all the directions. Ekadashi is for Kubera. Usually we chant Vishnu Sahasranama and all that, but that is for Kubera. Dwadashi is for Keshava. Trayodashi for Yamadharmaraj, Yama. Cheturdashi is for Shiva, Shiva Bhagavan. That is why we say Masa Shivaratri comes every month. That is again Cheturdashi day. That is why we celebrate Shivaratri also. Again on Cheturdashi, Mahashivaratri. Then Purnima, that is for Chandra Bhagavan. Chandra means nothing but Chandra Sahodari, mother worship is also done. Purnima day. And then Amavasya, again after 15 days, it comes again Amavasya. That is for Pitru Devatas. They offer the Tarpanas, offer water. At least offer means remembering. Because of them, we are all surviving. Because of their grace alone, we are getting this knowledge and we are surviving. Their blessings have to be there. That is why we do the Tarpanas. At least we need to remember them. Pitru Devatas worship is the most beneficial, most useful, most auspicious worship. Sometimes we can forget about Devatas, but Pitru Devatas we should never forget. Because of them, we are having this progeny, our Vamsham, our whole family, they are protecting. So that is what Amavasya is. So this is what Pratipanmukhya Rakanta Tidhi Mandala Pujita. So the whole thing is that beautifully Tidhi days for mother. Everything is divine. Now we finish the 122nd shloka. Deveshi Dandanitistha Daharakasha Rupini Pratipanmukhya Rakanta Tidhi Mandala Pujita. So now we are entering into 123rd shloka. That is Kalatmika Kalanadha Kavyalapa Vinodini Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. Again, 123rd second line is full namam, long namam, no breakup. Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. Put the red ink line, one namam. Now that means we have again 4 namas. Previous one also 4 namas, here also 123rd shloka, 612th namam to 615th namam. 4 namas. 612th namam is Kalatmika, 13 is Kalanadha, 14 is Kavyalapa Vinodini. Whole thing is one, Kavyalapa Vinodini. 615 is Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. One namam. Now let us see. This is all Dahara Vidya. How can we connect to Universal Mother? That Mother, Dakshayani, Deveshi is nothing but in our heart. How do we connect to that? Antaraditya Upasana, this is called. Now Kalatmika, Kala Atmika means, Kala means usually one meaning is Chandra. Chandra Swarupam. Mother is described as Chandra Swarupini. Chandra Sahodari, both of them came in the same time. And even Saundarya Lahari Shankaracharya describes mother as Chandrakala Swarupini. That is the one meaning. Again, Kala means parts, whole and part. All the parts is nothing but mother. Parts means manyness, anekam. Whenever we open eyes, we see manyness. That is Kala. All these parts are nothing but mother. Whole is also mother. Like for example, pizza. whole, we order a pie. Then we take the one slice. Slice is kala, part. And then we take. That is also nothing but pizza. We don't call something else. Pizza slice we call. So that's what kalatmika means. Another meaning is kalas. Chetushashti kalamayi, Chetushashti upacharadhya. All these 64 kalas are there. 64, again, upacharas are there to worship mother. That is why 613th Namam is also Kalanadha. We take it together, then we can appreciate more. That is why they say Bahuparak, Bahuparak. Even Shrungeri also, when they do the worship, they say praising mother. Then right away the Pandits will say Rugveda Mavadharaya. Then they chant Rugvedam. Yajurvedam Avadharaya. Then they chant the Yajurvedam. That's how they are all. Mother loves all these kalas. That is what Bahuparak we hear. Even Shankaracharya writes in Shivananda Lahari, Kalabhyam, Chudalankrita Shashi Kalabhyam, Nijatapa Palabhyam, Kalabhyam, both of them are Kala. The whole and part, both of them are there, Shiva and Parvati. That is how he starts the Shivananda Lahari. Then there, Saundarya Lahari, Shiva Shaktya Yukto, Shiva and Shakti. That's how it starts with the Shiva. So here Kala means nothing but mother. Shiva Stotram starts with mother. Mother Stotram starts with Shiva. See how beautiful it is. So that's what. And whole world is pervaded by Surya Kalas, Chandra Kala, Agni Kala. They are Agni, for Agni 108, Chandra 136, Surya 116. That means 360 together, 360 days for 1 year. That is what all these parts make it to full 1 year. That is what kalas. Kala Nadha. Nadha means leader. For all these kalas, there are so many dance, music, art, chitralekhanam, and shilpam, and singing. So many arts. Cooking is an art too. All the arts and fine arts. All of them, Nadha, Nayakuralu, Prabhi, leader, and that is what mother is. Now, that is why she enjoys what 640th Nama, Kavya Alapa Vinodini. Kavya Alapa Vinodini. She enjoys all these kavyas, Vedic chanting, Stotra Priya. That Namam comes later. Nama Parayana Prita. Nama Parayanam, she loves it. Mother loves it. Alapa means chanting, singing, or talking about that. Vinodam means she enjoys all those. See, now beautiful picturization. We need to go to Saundarya Lahari. What Shankaracharya says is, mother is Sri Maharajni. She's sitting on beautiful throne in Manidvipam. That is what her world is. And then all the Devi Devatas are sitting in that big shala, that place. Because this is a Raja Prasada, kingly palace. Everybody sitting. And Saraswati Mata is singing Lord Shiva's glories. Listening to all that, mother is moving her head. When we listen to beautiful music, automatically we move our heads. And then she's enjoying. Then she says, Sadhu, Sadhu. Only 2 words. Her mother's words are so beautiful. Saraswati Devi said, there is no way I can play in front of you, because your words are so sweet, so pure and so beautiful. So that is what Kavyalapa Vinodini. She enjoys all that. That is why even again another sloka is he says, Asuya samsargat alikanayanam kinchidarunam. See, both mothers, both ears are akarnantam. Akarnantam means our eyes are all the way up to ears. And both ears, 1 ear I went there, 1 ear I went there. And they are always listening to all these kavya lapam, great satsangs and music, everything. But middle eye, that palanatram, is not able to move there. That is why it became little bit red. Means asuya samsargat. Thus asuya means jealousy. Jealousy is representation of nothing but redness. So that's what the three colors he wanted to represent, to explain. He used this beautifully, like analogy, picturization. That's what Kavya Lapa Vinodini. Now 615th Namam, Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. Sachamara means that Chamara means that the fans. We see that in the picture, actually most of the pictures have it. Actually, this is the perfect one. Most of them you have this book, Chamaram, Sachamara. See, beautiful. When you see this picture, we need to remember this namam. Sachamara Rama Vani. Rama means nothing but Lakshmi Devi. Vani means nothing but Saraswati Devi. Savya Dakshina. Savya means left side. Dakshina means right side. Sevita means they are worshipping mother. Left side, Savya means left side, that is Lakshmi Devi, that is wearing red sari. Dakshina means right side, that is Saraswati Devi, wearing white sari. Both of them are worshipping mother. Does that mean they are lower or mother is higher? No. That is called, according to Shastras, Nahi Ninda Nyayam. Whomever we are worshipping, they get into highest pedestal. Like Shiva Puranam, if we hear Shiva Bhagavan is in highest. Vishnu Puranam, Vishnu Bhagavan is highest. Devi we are doing, that's why mother is in highest. That is also Lalita Devi. That's why they are all worshipping mother. Sevita means serving. And now this one again beautifully, it is saying mother is in the middle. That is Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Bhuvaneshwari Bijam is Hreem Bijam. Lakshmi Devi Bijam is Shreem Bijam. Saraswati Devi Bijam is Aim Bijam. Like Aim, Hreem, Shreem. Those Bijaksharas are also included in this one. That's what this beautifully, this Namam has everything. Lakshmi Devi again is representation, common understanding is wealth, dhanam. That everybody knows, even pictures also we see the flowing money. But most importantly, Aishwaryam means positive qualities. That is what representation of Lakshmi Devi. Vani is Jnanam, knowledge. All knowledge, all whatever we saw, all the music, art, everything is poetry is nothing but blessings of Saraswati Devi. Even cooking also. But then here our scriptures say, how do we do this? They gave beautiful like a Subhashitam. Let me tell you, Kavya Lapa Vinodini, right? Now let us, beautiful one, you will enjoy. How great people will spend their time to know Hrudayastha, to connect. Kavya Shastra Vinodaischa Kalo Gachati Dhimatam. Kavya Shastra Vinodaischa Kalo Gachati Dhimatam. Vyasanena cha Murkhanam Nidraya Kalahenava. Dhimatam means higher intellect people. Means Samskrita Purusha, means highly evolved souls. How do they spend their time? Kavya Shastra Vinodam. They read Kavyas. Shastra means they read scriptures. Means attend satsangs, read so many scriptures, and always reflecting. That's how they spend their time. Means they never get bored. Because knowledge is infinite. So many books are there. Or they will be chanting or doing japa, or worshipping, anything. Kavya Shastra Vinod. That's how they Vinodam, entertainment. That's how they spend their time. And then, but how about Murghanam? unintelligent people or ignorant people, how vyasanena, so many wrong habits. Like, I don't need to mention drinking, cards, so many vyasanas. And then nidraya, always sleeping. Even if they come to satsangs, by God's grace, even they come, they go to sleep. But that is okay. Mother is compassionate. Slowly, 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 they will evolve and stay awake and grasp all the material. So that's what it is. Nidraya, vyasanena, nidraya, and kalahena, always fighting with somebody or arguing. Any small or big, anything, they argue for everything. Or nothing also, they will argue. That's what murghanam. Beautiful subhashitam is there. Kavya shastra vinodaischa kalo gacchati dhimatam. Vyasanena cha murghanam nidraya kalahena va. These are that. That's how they spend their time. Now we know how to spend our time, to know our hrudayastha dakshayini mata deveshi dharakasha rupini, to turn inward, antarmukham, and connect to this force. How, with all these upacharas, with that kalas, serving mother, thinking about, even looking at this picture, Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita, and then we achieve our goal. That is the liberation, moksham. That is how our human birth, we got this birth. Our purpose is to attain mother, to know ourselves. With that, I'm going to conclude, because we finished up to 123rd shloka, 120th, 121st, and 122nd, and 123 shlokas we have finished. Now let us chant together. That way we can, before I conclude, 20th to 24, Sachamara Ramavani. Okay, up to 123. Hrudayastha raviprakhya trikonantara deepika dakshayani daityahantri daksha yajna vinashini darandolita dirghakshi darahasojvalan mukhi guru murtir gunanidhir gomata guhajanma bhuhu deveshi dandanitistha dahara akasha rupini pratipanmukhya rakanta tidhi mandala pujita kalatmika kalanadha kavya lapa vinodini Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. Up to that we have finished 120th to 123rd shlokas. So I'm going to conclude here. Om Sri Matre Namaha. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.